I'm not sure what else we could do in this crazy alternative world outside for nothingness, but what we shall do with these credits is the only thing that we could possibly do. Buy items, buy health orbs, and go from there. Let's now mount ourselves onto the tower of the church. Let's return to in the universe rather than outside the universe in this case. So yeah. That little area there, what I've been told, is an incredibly difficult place to reach to. Let's go to the city. Now that we can't actually... it's impossible to enter. Is it really impossible to enter these zones? Because we've already been to them. And there are images of the zones themselves being corrupted. I don't know. And yes, also, if you watched one of the previous episodes, you know that a dark agent came along here and murdered most of the people within the church itself. Okay. I think we have everything that we need. But let's just go through one final shopping spree beforehand. I bought a lot of health recovery items and stuff like that. Like 99 of everything. 99 orbs to increase our max HP. Why not? And yeah, we can only get up to 99. And we pull from 999,999 credits. So much for saving our mons for whatever it is that we may need them for. Who cares? We're near the finale of this game, so why not use up all of our resources for our benefits? Just like that. Just like this. Yeah, it's gonna be very boring. Like, we could just potentially knock out that boss that gave us all that muns again and again and again. But I don't think we can face the toughest boss of them all again. Because it gave us the maximum amount of credits that we could possibly have within a game. Which I find it very funny to have that accomplished upon us. So, yeah, increase our HP by over 1,000. Like we need it. Who knows, maybe that extra 1,000 will be the difference between victory and defeat against whatever it is that's within the tower itself. If there's ever a way to return to the nothingness, it'll probably be later on in the game. I mean, the other zones. So yeah, let's go in here and choose our path forward. Oh, something has happened. Oh, but time's ticking down apparently, and there's no way back, but that's fine. We do not need a way back after all. Returning to the city. Okay, not yet. Thank you very much. Right. Still no divergences within a game when it comes to the path. They've arrived. Finally, we can begin in earnest. Before that, though, what sort of lie do you plan on feeding them this time? This time as in, it has happened beforehand. I never lie. I just make the truth into what I want it to be. Be quiet now. They will be able to see this if you continue. Oh, I intend for them to see it all. To see what of. I am not going to follow the red path. Blue is the righteous path after all. The one that the divine lords have set out upon us. Let's see. Oh, there are foes here after all. But let's see how much of a match that they are against us. Not a huge amount then. Wonder what sort of enemies they are. Capricorn Orb. Not like we need that. The only one we can gain from nowadays is the Taurus Orb. It's an empty bed. It's been here a long time. Let's see. It's an empty bowl. Insert an element? What kind of... I don't understand. Oh, we lack the proper items. We'll take the panels off the walls. Meat panels, sun panel, and eye panel. What kind of puzzle is here then? No clues around here, so it must mean we'll need to find somewhere else which has it. Take a closer look at it. So we've got 4 different themes there: yellow, green, pink, and orange, along with somebody holding what is probably a meat on a bone there. At the bottom it reads, Hugo, Father, God of the World. Okay. And, oh, but there's like red tears on the wall there. Stained glass at window. And this is obviously a very important figure holding a very cold sun. At the bottom it reads, Veda Eloha, Mother Guardian of the Sun. Yeah, when suns are dark red, it usually indicates that they're not as hot of a sun. You'll still be scorched to death though, but oh my god, there's 8 of these foes. No match then for our multi-attack individuals. Perhaps we'll require the assistance of both paths in order to go forward. Iron grew brittle and shattered upon metal of your bat. Blank metal has been given to you. Okay. My tears fell upon my rain, then turned into wispy ash as you cast into the wind. Something smoke has been given to you. Given different items. And obviously these will need to be put within the different caskets. We are so powerful that default attacks do the trick. The happiness I promised was proven artificial by your steadfast hand. Something plastic has been given to us. Let's see, there's a torn out book page on this wall. Look at this book. Aha, thank you very much for that. Now we need to put this on a note and then we can move forward. My mind was lost to a madness like high that you reignited. Something sugar has been given to us, carrying claws along the floors and walls. I await your return with eyes opened to the truth. Something meat has been given to you. And this looks like a very cursed place. Like both sides have different foes which you can take on. And this place is kind of like a duality between good and bad in a way, but still, what on earth do we do along these places? First, God came and looked upon the emptiness. God used the element of meat secondedly to create the life in this world. The Queen came thirdly and took the sun into her arms. Happiness crossed her face for the last time, made them whole. I imagine this is a riddle. What about in the middle though? A door used to be here. Maybe not. Is there anything else that we could have done in this blue path? I don't think so, but you may never know. This room requires you place a group of items you find in the correct order. These items can be found in the red hall to the right of the main center room by talking to the mannequins. Once you have them, the paper on the wall in the same hall gives you what shape each element represents. You can find the same shapes outside, and they show you the order in which you place the objects in the bowls in the room with the bed. The order is the following. Okay, so I think in combination of the mannequins and the story that the blooded mannequin told us, that can depict the order in which these things are in. So the plastic one goes here, metal one goes here, the meat one goes here, the sugar one goes here, and the no, my bad. Smoke one goes here. Sorry. Smoke one goes here, and sugar one goes here. Quite cryptic, but I imagine that there is a logical way to be able to go through this. And where would that open up for us then? Unless we have to do both sides, but that still kind of feels like you have a lack of divergence from a path onto another path. Ah, here's a blue door path. Hello. Let's see. Okay, we have to activate them both, I imagine. Both of them link to the center, after all. Insert a panel. So I might be wrong earlier about the blue path needing the red path in order to help out. I think these paths are independent, so the clues for the blue path must have been purely reliant on the two pictures, or the two window frames that we saw in there. Let's see, from left to right it's eye, meat, sun, and then face. Save face. There goes the mannequin. Well, one of the mannequins. The other mannequins are here, for goodness sakes. Did you say anything different? When will it be shut off again? I am lost. Okay. Dear, there's an order of sorts there. So that is, I think that would only be helpful for the blue path, because I don't see that being helpful for the red path at all. You are all lost. Okay, I don't know what I can do about that one. Right, they're both done. They're both done diddy done. Okay, still walking on a thin, perilous line. Greetings, FlareBlitzed. It is so nice to see you in person. Well, you know, in person would be a lie, but this Atia shall have to do. What exactly do you want, and who exactly are you? Please have a seat. Sit. Thanks. We've got two halves here talking. Oh. Comfortable? Good. We can begin. The appointed day is nearly here, so we should hurry things along. Darkness has begun to consume the sun, but there is yet time for you to atone for your mistakes and make things right. We can save this world, FlareBlitzed. It can be made pure again, and its leaders will be just once more. There will be no pain or fear anymore in this world. It's what he wanted when this place was created, before it was made rotten. Yes, rotten it has become, but it will be over soon. It will all come to the end it should have reached before this ever started. Climb this tower. Meet me at its apex. We shall end this game together. So it's kind of like your angel side talking to you and your demon side talking to you. There's always a battle between the two. I assure you, it won't come to that. I won't allow it to. So now we're in a different section of the map. I am positive. I would also imagine that previous parts of the tower are now inaccessible. I don't understand why you must keep that thing around in white. It's a memento of that day. You should know, for you set it in motion. If I'd known you would do all of this because of that, I would have killed you before you made your move. Two different gods arguing one another, one representing light, one representing darkness, one representing good, one representing evil. But regardless of their status, there's always good and evil on both sides. We both know that is impossible for you to do, bound by oath as you are. Soon enough, that will change. Okay. Oh, why is it green, that block? Let's see. Load a save file. Why would we need to do that? Why would we need to do that? Why would we need to load a save file? I am intrigued. This fiend is blocking the door. I am no fiend. I was once like you, but here I am trapped, forced to guard something I no longer can recall. If you can return my memories, then you will be able to unlock the secret I guard. 4 should be enough. If you find yourself stuck, you might find the answers in the file labeled 15. The shadows will be your guide. I may need to re-extract the game in order to get to that point though. This note reads, "Pass Heaven's Sky." Okay. The switch. No, we want the switches to be on actually. We want to be kept on. I want the blue rather than the red. Okay, then. It seems like there could be some divergence starting within the story. But then how would you be able to forge your own path? Maybe you have to find out what is within file 15 then, if that is the case. Plastic is dripping into this pool. Look up. There is a stained glass window on the ceiling. It's cracked and plastic is dripping from it. But how do we go about whatever it is that we need to do in here then? If this is not a way forward then. Then there's something over here. Why? It has a red circle. I don't know why. Hi. The statue is stuck in place for now. We need to move that statue over to where the red spot is. There's a hole in the floor for something to drop into. Okay, there's another red circle. And a blue one. Oh, hi. There's a path we need to follow then. Okay. Oh dear, this may take a while. But I believe we need to go to corresponding circles around here. Oh, hold on. We need to go across to here. Ah, I see. I think I know what this is trying to do to us. We have to go along a path that is directly connected to another circle. There we go. And the door is open for us. Not the red, thank you very much. Why would the blue path lead to the red path lead down to the white path? A memory of the room has been found. Okay. The statue is stuck in place. And that puzzle is no longer needed. Right. Memory, you say. We don't need anything more when it comes down to spirit. Memory of the room where it began. Okay, okay. There's a hole in the floor for something to drop into. I imagine we need to collect some plastic. Stuck in place for now. The thing is, I don't want to pursue the red path. And also, why are these two circles in here? Like, I understood the other circles, but not that circle. Maybe it's not yet diverged and we're still on a path, which means that it's either way. I'm going to save a different slot just in case. And then, let's see, Heaven Sky's the other one, Hell Gate is the other. Now that's really interesting because this is Hell Gate and we solved a puzzle by going in there. I don't know if the load mechanics within the game allows you to traverse through both scenarios. Let's see. I think they're dualities, so therefore you need to solve a puzzle by going onto the red one here. Yep, there's a puzzle in here, and there's obstacles blocking the way. Okay, they got different... Oh, there's anti-gravity. Look, the drip is going up rather than down. Right, that one. Okay, it's not that one. So, press that one. Press that one. So, south, north. No. South, north, east. Oh, south, north, east, west. Okay, that frees that. Plastic is dripping from the cracks in this stained glass window. Break the window, yes. And then that should be now accessible within the blue realm. So they're dualities in a way, but they both require one another in order to solve whatever it is that they are in. But does it matter which way around they're switched by the end of all this? Right, something's there. A memory of her has been found. Who is her exactly? There's a memory of a room and now a memory of her. It's her. Who is her? And then there's got to be a he if there is a her. Oh gosh. Insects? How are they blissful? They're more blissful than blissful. Now I need to flip the switch to this one in the hopes that now we can solve the puzzle over here. Okay, there's a blue one here. The statue is stuck in place for now. Right, so we need to also fathom out what's going on over here then. Okay, so rays of light. So do we need to somehow switch? Oh, we need to switch these around so that it does something. Oh, the ray of light needs to go through there, I imagine. Right. There we go. So this needs to be rotates around this way, and then you need to go through here. I thought so. That is the one, and there are many silhouettes looking at me. Oh dear. How do we escape this place? Are we stuck here? Please don't tell me I'm stuck here. That would be very bad if we're stuck here. Oh, there we go. That is the one. No. Oh, it's the opposite, so rather than going into it, we need to come out of it. Right, and you? Oh, they need to be moved somehow. Aha, now the ray of light is going through there, lovely. Any other puzzles that needs to be solved while we're here? There's still those switches on the floor. Okay, now they can be moved. So these need to be put in place. Not by going through that door, though. That was a mistake on my behalf. If they can't go there, then they need to somehow be swapped. Oh. Maybe that is the key. Okay. We need to put them down onto their respective coloured tiles so that then they can be moved. So, there's that. And then put it in the middle. And then shove this down to its respective colour. There we go, that's in place, and now we need to do the same for the other side. I sometimes am a genius, but at other times I am a complete flop. So the ray of light is going through there, which is what we need, and then there we go. That's done that, and that has looked through this door, and a memory of the end has been found. That's no good. The statue is stuck in place, and we can't stop the light itself from seeping in. Right, what does the end represent in all of this? It was inevitable. It's her, where it began. It was inevitable. Is there a story forming with all these memories then, if that is the case? But also, is there something else which we can do on this side now that that is done? Because I don't see anything. Like, that's just a sea of plastic, and that way just broke the plastic, so I imagine there's nothing else that we could do here. Save as... If you find yourself stuck, you might find the answers in a file labeled 15. No, I don't want to rely on put into place mechanics. Like, that's real bad. Maybe circles. There appears to be a spot where I can place one of his memories. But how do we know which order they go in? Let's see. Load and go back to 15. Go to 15, and that's why this is here. That's why there are save files pre-designated for these kind of things. Hi. You have no words, okie dokie. These switches, something. And obviously these paths, nothing. So, I don't know why this is a thing. I really don't. I really do not. Yeah, that's cannot open. Great. I love it when these kind of things are together and stuff like that. Let me just show you. This is the error that I just got with a Sincere Deceit on it as well. Just a bunch of binaries, so it can't open a certain file within the game itself. So yeah, not good. This is another side that requires a passcode, and guess what? We're going to get another error. Yep, another error, and it's exactly the same one. So, oh dear. So, the game requires you to load up save file 15 from the backup data in order to actually go through the game. But, unfortunately, you can't even progress through this portion of the game. So, I am going to say that this particular portion of the game is technically impossible for a player to be able to fathom out. If you require a certain asset in which is already created by the developers, such as like a pre-designated save file, in order for you to be able to go through the game itself, then unfortunately I'm calling it a technologically impossible thing to do for the player. Like, if it comes down to this kind of scenario where you're forcing the player to save a particular asset of the game's data in this kind of way, so that then when it comes down to this kind of thing, it just goes spiraling out of control. Like, errors popping up and stuff like that. So, and in the help file that it has within the game itself, there are only helping hands in order to guide you through the two coloured paths. So you have the red side and the blue side. Both are needed in order to go to layer 2 or floor 2, but it just doesn't have anything that helps you out as a individual. You're relying on something which is pre-designated into the game before you even open it up. And if you're relying on such a thing like that, then it is technologically impossible for the player to be able to fathom it out. And just like other things in this game, there are outside sources which you need to look up or have in your head before you actually go through the game. For example, with the off-reference puzzles in this game, you require knowledge from off in order to solve the puzzles in the dress room, for example, in the entertainment district. And that kind of puzzle is just a little bit out of left field. Like, you need knowledge of another game in order to solve something within this game. Off in itself is a very enigmatic, mysterious game to try and understand and put all the pieces together on your first try around. It requires multiple playthroughs, I imagine, in order to try and fully capture the knowledge that that game presents to us. And the same thing goes here. And it feels like that only the red world outside the nothingness is kind of a reward for all of the grinding which a player could do if they so desire to, like myself for example, so desire to actually level up all that way, so that asides HP being on near 10,000, all the other stats are near 1,000. But unless there's an update to this scenario, then this will be the final video of this game. Because you could just try and switch around the different like objects that you collected into random orders. There's quite a lot of different combinations which come about, and I'm not prepared to try and go through and just guesswork through the game in order to get to the correct combination which has the correct symbol inserted in the correct circle. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end things off here, folks. If there is any helping hand aside from the no story spoilers notepad document which comes with the game itself, then please put them down in the description below. Or not in the description, the comment section below. But thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been Sincere Deceit. I think this is like the second time where I'm going to say this is like a final episode until like something else comes along within a game or somebody comments about a solution to things. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and take care of yourselves.